Hi everyone, I am Erika of beadingschool.com and you are watching Coffee Time with Erika. And today I am greeting you from a special place together with part of the beading school team with Adam and Andrea. We are here in the Czech Republic in the Crystal Valley where glass beads and crystals and even some metal components are made. So let me know if you can hear me, if you can see me. I see Donna here. Hi, Donna. Nice to see you. Good morning to you to America. Katja is here from Germany. Hi, Katja. Please let me know if you can hear me, see me. Maria is here. Kata is here. And Kata says that she can see me and hear me. So if it's in Sweden, it's okay. Then I hope that everywhere around the world, it's okay. Manuela, Alicia, Faye, Antoinette, Zuzi, Monica, Betty Lou. Hello, ladies. So we are here in the Crystal Valley in the Czech Republic with Andrea and Adam. And besides making lots and lots of plans for the next years, and I have to say that we have so many plans and ideas what to bring you and how to fuel our creativity, that it seems that we have enough ideas also for 2023 and beyond, not just the next year. And besides brainstorming and making big colorful plans, we are also visiting some of the factories and warehouses and distributors in Jablonec. And I am greeting you from the warehouse of one of our favorite, well, I can say that our favorite partner, and he will be my special guest today. And I would like to introduce you. Hi, Nick.
Hi. Hello, everybody. Hello. Hi, Erika.
Hi, Nick. Thank you so much for accepting my invitation.
It's my pleasure. I'm really happy to be part of this show, and I'm glad to have you here in my company. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having us here. And we had a wonderful day. We were beach shopping and having lots of coffee. By the way, Susie was asking, how is coffee at 𝐼𝐻𝐋𝐋𝐿 place?
Hi, Susie.
Yeah. Coffee is good. Coffee is approved. So, 𝐼𝐻𝐋𝐋 is the force behind all beads company. And 𝐼𝐻𝐋𝐋 brought us storm duo beads, round drop duo beads, Rizzo beads, O beads, gecko beads, dragon scale beads. And all beads company is also the biggest distributor of Miyuki beads in Europe. So I can say that it is a great place to be here. And well, as 𝐼𝐻𝐋𝐋 is among the people whom I had the fortune to meet in my life who know the most about beads and bead making, I would like to use this opportunity to ask you about several types and all kinds of interesting information about beads and bead making.
Perfect. I'll be happy to answer all your questions because actually the bead world and bead community is all my life. This is after my school, I started to work in bead industry. Actually, my first job was for Jablonec. That actually we are sitting right now. This is a Jablonec building where where my warehouse is located and my office is. So all my life I was working with the beads and I really like the beads. So actually, whatever you want to ask, I'll be pleased to answer you.
And well, you spent all your life basically with beads.
Right.
But do you also have a family history and a heritage in your family with bead making, or are you
No,
the
no.
first?
Actually, it started because when I was studying over here, that time it was called like international business school, and I always wanted to do some kind of business, and because I lived in Jablonec, which is really city of glass bead production. Of course, my first job was for Jablonec. That was a good opportunity to work with beads and to start to do some business. And then after some years of getting experience, I started my own business, which is like 20 years ago. So I'm the owner of the company, as you know, of the name All Beads. And actually, I learned everything from zero. I have nobody in the family from glass industry, but still, I really like to work with the beads, and it's really like my baby, my hobby, my everything.
But even if you are the first in the family,
Right,
it
right.
seems that you are not the only one now in the family who
No,
is
no, no.
working with beads.
No, I'm happy that my son Sebastian, he started to work in my company last year. My daughter Veronica, she's still studying university, but I believe that one day she will join the company as well.
By the way, in the meanwhile, we have here Niti, and she loves your gecko beads.
Thank you.
Then, we have already a question here.
I see.
Did you manage to get Erika hooked on shapes that she doesn't usually work with? Also, what is your favorite one? That's a very good question. What's your favorite bead shape?
Okay. Well, first of all, I can tell you that Erika placed nice order today, so she bought a lot of nice shapes. So you can be excited what she will bring soon to her shop. And really, she bought a lot of new shapes, a lot of new finishes, a lot of new colors. And regarding your question, what's my favorite shape? Actually, we carry a lot of shapes, and of course, you know that in the last couple of years, it's fashion of two-hole beads. But my favorite shape, I would say, is Storm Duo or O bead, and then I like basic items like glass pearls. This is basic fashion that's selling for years.
Well, we just recently stocked a lot of the Storm Duo colors,
Right,
maybe
right.
even all of the Storm Duo
Yes,
colors.
yes.
And we are playing with those recently, and I can say that they are big success.
That's right. That's right. I mean, storm doors are one of our best sellers from the Czech beads because, as Erika said, we are the largest distributor of Mayuki beads. So, of course, Mayuki, everybody knows Mayuki, which is great item and is selling all year round. But regarding special shapes, what we produce in Czech Republic, storm door is really one of the best.
And by the way, just a fun fact about that package that you mentioned that we put together today, that it's so full of beads
Yes.
that I was not able to move it on my own.
That's right.
So there's a lot. There's
Yeah.
a lot in it. And did you ever
I just see the volume is extremely low. I mean, can we just make it a little bit?
Oh, thanks for noticing. I think the only thing we can do is to bring the camera and the computer a bit closer to us. Just a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see another question. Do you also beat yourself? No, I never tried. I like the beads. I like to sell the beads, but I don't have patience for beadings, and I don't have experience with beading. So no, never.
That's so funny.
Yeah, it is. Actually, it was years ago. Some beaders with Sabine Lippert and other ladies at Bead and Button Shop at Milwaukee. They told me that we will go on the bar, we'll have some gin and tonic, and then they will teach me how to bead, but it never happened.
Maybe if we come again, then
Yeah.
we will try to persuade you. Now we know that not the gin tonic is the secret weapon, but maybe a nice glass of wine.
Exactly.
Sabine, that's where you made a mistake. If Sabine is listening, then yeah. And do you, by the way, have a favorite color? If we are talking about favorites.
Favorite colors. Actually, if we are talking about favorite color in my life, I like red. In beads, I like all kind of metallic coatings, metallic colors, which by the way, they sell well on any shape that we produce. And some of the what we call vacuum coatings like full Labrador, then Maria, and Vitriol. These coatings are really selling well.
Okay.
But there are hundreds and hundreds of different coatings.
I think we actually picked
Oh,
many
yes,
of
yes,
those today. So maybe they are coming for our Christmas season. Let's see. Let's
Yep.
see what's going to happen. So, and I would really like to ask you about some questions about basic terms in beading.
Okay.
So, can you tell me, please, the difference in the process of making fire polished beads and pressed beads and table cut beads, please?
Yes, actually, I would start maybe from the beginning to show everyone that the beads are made from glass rod. These glass rods look like this, and of course, you know they come in different colors. This is Erika favorite.
Yes, definitely.
And some of the red colors.
So that's your favorite.
Yeah. And you know, from the history, we were used to use this kind of a book with all the colors of glass, and this is just basic color book. I mean, we have much more colors.
So that's a historical color.
This is historical color, but most of the colors are still produced in these days. So this is actually the glass rod, and the manufacturer of glass bead use this glass rod for production of round shapes, I mean round beads of different shapes, of pressed beads, of fire polish beads, and then it depends on each type of bead because the technology is different. Let's say the difference between round beads and fire polish beads is that you always have to press round bead, and then it goes to polishing and tangling, and you just get the round bead. But for the fire polish beads, it's one more important step that you put the beads on the special frame, you put it in the machine, and you make the cuts by turning the frame.
Okay.
So the cuts are made either by hand in a machine, or there are also full automatic machines that it can produce the beads only itself. And seed beads, they are made from thinner rod, and they are made by cutting technology. So it's different technology, different production way than glass beads and fire polish beads. And of course, the production way of glass press beads, then you can choose if you want round shape, if you want different shapes, which I will show you these kind of molds. I don't know if you can see it, that these are used in the pressing machine, and then according to these molds, you can get any shape you just create. And of course, it's possible to produce because not all the shapes are able to make from glass. Sometimes I get different ideas, beautiful ideas from designers that they would like to make some shapes, but sometimes it's really impossible to make it from glass, only from plastic, which we don't produce.
And so when when factories make the seed beads, then they get the same glass rods and they make them thinner, or they already get
they already get thinner glass sticks.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is similar also by Mayuki, which actually I traveled to Japan to visit Mayuki factory, but I never seen the production because it's secret. But I know that they use thinner stick, and that's it. That's it. What I can say.
And we have a question here in about shapes. For a while, there were so many shapes being produced. Are you seeing an interest in some of the older shapes, such as table cut?
Okay, yeah. Well, I mean, you know that now there is a big fashion of two-hole beads, and at some point, if I'm talking about different distributors and wholesalers and manufacturers, it was already too many new shapes on the market. But if you are asking about the old shapes, and I'm going back to like 50, 60 years ago, we still have these molds, and all these old shapes can be produced again. And some of them are really coming back to fashion because, as the designs develop, people are asking for some shapes that we just find that we have them for years, so we just can remake them, reproduce them.
That's wonderful.
And going back to question regarding table cut, yes, table cut can be produced as well. We don't carry them because we are limited on space because we just bring really tons of mayuki. So I cannot carry all the shapes I wish, but maybe later because I know the table cut was popular shape as well.
Yeah, and I have spent the day in the warehouse,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's so fully packed and so beautiful that I can't imagine that where would you
Yep.
at the moment. You need to
Yes.
make the space bigger too.
And funny thing is that if you think that the shape is kind of old and not moving, you just sell it and you just say, okay, I will discontinue the shape because nobody wants to buy it. And suddenly, after a year, people start to ask you again and again, And these shapes, they were existing for years on the market.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can have hundreds of shapes, but yeah.
Yeah. That's really interesting how it's coming and going. Zuzi is asking that what are the metal components, metal thingies called?
In Czech language, Zuzi, we call them kaplíky. Kaplíky, it's kind of mold that you fit in the pressing machine, and when you put the glass rod in the machine, then it's pressing the glass, then you get pressed shape according to these molds. I mean, it would be great one day if you come and we can go to production and to show you because it's much better. Or for the next show, we were talking to Erika that we can do some video and we can put it online.
That will be wonderful, I
Yeah.
think. And we are already planning a next visit with some more in-depth videos, and let's see what kind of surprises. So
I have interesting question here.
Yeah.
Difference between drag and round.
Yeah.
Actually, there is no difference. I would say that drag beads are used. The word drag beads is used more in the U.S. market, and round beads more in Europe. But there is no difference.
Okay. That's very good to know. And Alex says she would like to see deco shapes.
I'm afraid I don't know what she means.
I think maybe Alex, can you specify if like Art Deco inspired shapes? That would be interesting. And then, actually, we also already before the video we had questions about the different kind of finishes. So, how are the different kind of finishes made to the beads?
Okay, actually here in the Jablonec area, there are a few companies that they specialize in production of different coatings, different finishes. It means that these companies, they usually don't produce the beads as basis, they just do coatings. And we split these coatings into few groups. So as I mentioned before, like vacuum coatings, which is AB, Vitral, Maria, Heliotrope, Labrador, and so on. Then metallic coatings, which is completely different technology. Then another popular group are Lumi coatings. Lumi lustered coatings. And so these three are the major ones. And of course, then I see the question that then we have like travertine, or what was the question? Let me see. Picasso. Yeah, these kind of finishes are similar to luster coatings, but of course you just add a few chemicals and you just can get a different finish. It's really interesting to see it, but it's nothing. When you see how the luster coatings are made, it's kind of like you make the soup with spaghetti or something.
Oh wow, cooking.
Cooking.
I have heard that matte finishes are made with acid.
Yes, they are made with acid, or you can make it the way when you press the bead and you put the bead in tumbling. I mean, tumbling is important that you make the bead smooth and nice. So it depends how long you have the beads in tumbling, because then you can do also matte finish by tumbling.
Oh, okay.
So there are two ways.
Okay, that's interesting. Can you tell the difference how it was made when you see a bead, the matte finishes? Is there any difference between like if it was made by a chemical or if
No,
it
no,
was made by tumbling?
you cannot see the difference.
Okay.
You cannot see the difference.
And then we have, ah, which shape is the best seller at the moment?
Which shape is the best seller at the moment? I would say Storm Duo, the O bead. We've been selling very well the Dragon Scale and Gecko bead. And of course, the fashion of basic pearls and fire polish beads, especially in small sizes like 2 and 3 millimeter, these are selling well, like all year round. Because a lot of people, they do designs with Mayuki with small sizes, so it's good to combine with smaller sizes, 2, 3, 4 millimeter.
That we love to.
Yeah.
I can say.
And then we added to our range kind of basic shapes like different leaves, different flowers, and people love it too. Yeah, and these are the shapes that we were talking about, that they are existing for 50 years, and we just did some nice coatings on them, and they look really wonderful, so people like them.
Yeah, I think maybe even the leaves that we got from you recently,
Yep.
the pressed glass leaves that are so popular right now
Yes.
with wedding school students, that those are also historical shapes,
Yeah.
right?
Yes, they are. I see that they would love to, if you can add some dragon scale to your order. Yeah, dragon scale was a really great idea of Sabine Lippert, and it was really popular. But actually, gecko is similar shape. The only difference is that the hole is going a different way.
Yeah.
So it gives you more ways of beading.
Yeah, for me as the designer, the gecko works better
Yes,
actually.
yes.
Yeah. Yeah, Alex specified geometric types from the Art Deco era. I think even like the gem duos, for example, they are geometric and
like this.
yeah.
I don't carry gem duo.
Oh, and Vanya is asking about what are nacre pearls?
Nacre pearls or nacre, these are kind of imitation pearls. So we do carry both. We carry nacre and imitation pearls, and the difference is that the coating is the same. It's made by the same factory, by the same production. The difference is in the basis, because the basis of nacre pearls are precise, high quality, made by Preziosa.
Yeah.
And the beads are sorted by hand, one by one. That's why it's also the difference in the price. But the quality is different, that you cannot see any peeling around the hole, and really beads are perfect. And naked pearls became very popular right now, so but we are out of stock, as a lot of people as well.
Well, I can say that during our Preciosa week,
Yeah.
we added also, finally we managed to add the nacre pearls, and you readers adopted about like nearly all of them in the first 12 hours of the nacre pearl sale. So yeah, they are popular, definitely.
Yeah, I see the question, what is a dragon scale? And there is an answer from Tanya. Yeah, it's shape of diamond with a hole in the corner. I mean, you can see everything on the website of Erika, because she carries all these shapes, so you can see it.
Yeah, Susie says that she learned a lot.
Okay.
By the way, we also have how I was walking around in the warehouse, then Heinek and the colleagues were showing me some very interesting items, also the historical items. So, for example, the color cards that we have shown already, but we have here some more.
Oh, this is what Erika likes.
Yes, this is my favorite tool.
This is really like I don't know how many years old tool. This is used for hand pressing. Let me see. You can see that there is a kind of form for bead shape, and this is used especially for expensive glasses, red colors, opaque colors. So this is what we call hand pressing. And the guys that they do hand pressing, I can tell you it's so hot over there. Temperature is high, and really it's hard job to do. Yeah.
Yeah, even if when I see you opening it,
Yeah, yeah,
it's like
yes,
you need
and it's
muscles.
heavy.
Yeah, that's definitely my favorite tool, but I
Yeah.
saw here. But we also have, for example, another types of color cards here, not
Okay.
just a little book.
Well, actually, the business changed nowadays, but in the past, you know, how I was doing business, we were visiting our customers, mostly distributors and wholesalers, with the sample charts. And these customers, they just place the order based on the color charts. The beads were produced and delivered to the customer, and I can show you the basic color chart for the fire polish beads. And this is just a really small part of the colors that we carry at the moment right now. And you just imagine that we carry them 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, 10 millimeter. So just imagine how much space we need in my warehouse. And this is a sample chart of imitation pearls, 2 millimeter size, which is the best seller in pearls. And yes, this is the gecko sample chart. Let me see it like this. So you see every color has reference number, which is used by all the factories because this is for years. And and then of course we have to have the color name because our customers they like to use the color names for each glass, if each color.
For us, it's more inspiring to see it as lilac and hollyhock
Right, right.
than
Yes, yes. And,
63,000.
and it sounds much better. It's much nicer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Yeah, we have a question if the public can buy from you.
Well, I mean, if you ask me, unfortunately, we do wholesale, so we only sell to beat stores, to internet retailers, online stores. But whatever you wanna buy, I mean, you can ask Erika because she already carries a lot of beats from me, and she will add much more. So yeah, and we do wholesale, and we have wholesale packages. So we really don't sell to public. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but actually, like, it's so nice to work with you because we get everything so fast, and so it's really easy. You just let us know at info@beadingschool.com that what are you interested at, and we really care about what do you need and what do you like. So the next time when we are ordering, then we will make sure that you get what you need.
I mean, Erika's company is working the same as we like to do, as we work to, because you know the service and time of service is important thing. So as Erika said, if you like to order something, just drop the email and she can order from me. She will get the package the next day or 2 days later, and then you can start ordering and placing the orders.
And we had one very interesting question before, but I collected the questions from the Beading School Club and from our different social media channels, that we have a beader in our group, Vali, who is specializing in traditional beads and jewelry, making traditional jewelry. And she was asking about the blown glass beads, that if they are still manufactured in Jablonec or they are.
Yeah. Well, as far as I know, this company it's not in business anymore. I remember these beads like 20 years ago. It was big fashion, especially for South American market. But at the moment, I don't know that this company would be in business. Yeah, there. I mean, it's a pity because a lot of companies they had to close their production. Of course, partly because of competition from China, India, like lamp work manufacturers. But we are glad that, I mean, we still continue with basic items like fire polish beads, pearls, round beads, different shapes that we are strong with and strong in, and of course Mayuki.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have some questions.
Kata wants edged storm duos and white storm
I
duos.
believe we do carry some Edgestone duos.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, all the edged beads are very popular. It's also another technology that we just take the bead, we put it in etching effect, which is kind of creating, you know, this the bead is kind of really edged, and we mixed matte and shiny beads together, and then we put them in coating and different coloring, and the effect is really beautiful.
Yeah, I like them a lot. And yeah, I recall now the storm duos in the full slipperate edged surface.
Yes,
those are beautiful ones.
Yep.
And actually, a couple of weeks ago, already some of the bidding school team, Andrea and Zuzi, who is now watching together with you, they were here at 𝐼𝐻𝐋𝐿 warehouse, and Zuzi went on a little shopping spree, and already she was selecting some new colors and shapes for you, which in the meanwhile were uploaded to the bidding school bead shop. So today we would like to thank you so much, Zuzi. Yeah, Zuzi even wrote an article about the bidding school adventure in the Crystal Valley that you can find on our blog, and you can see some really nice pictures that Zuzi made and read about what they have done here and what they have seen. And yeah, also they didn't go home empty-handed, and those beads in the meanwhile just got onto the bidding school bead shop. So that was Zuzi's selection, and for a couple of days you can grab them with 10% discount, so you can already try some of the shapes and colors that 𝐼𝐻𝐋 just mentioned.
And I mean, really, I mean, when you see the new colors and new shapes that Erika just placed the order, I'm sure that you will be excited and you will just clean her stock out very fast.
Yeah, those will come, I believe, for Christmas or in a couple of weeks.
Okay, yeah.
So
I thought that you were talking about the package from today.
No. For those, we need a little bit of time to take the pictures and upload the bead to the bead shop. So I need a little bit of patience over there, but there will be a lot coming. And if we don't have, Zuzi is posting the links. Thank you so much, Zuzi, where you can see the new beads and where you can read the article about the Crystal Valley trip. And if you don't have any more questions about beads and bead making, then I would really like to thank 𝐼𝐻𝐋 for the beautiful day today and for accepting my invitation.
It's my pleasure, and I believe as we talk about it that we can do these shows more often with different new ideas and maybe showing even interesting pictures from my warehouse and even from production. So I mean, I believe that we can prepare a lot of interesting stuff for our viewers.
I am really looking forward to it.
Thank you, Erika. Thank you.
Thank you for today, 𝐼𝐻𝐋, and thank you everyone for watching, and wishing you lots of creative ideas and a beautiful rest of the day. Bye-bye.